Hi and welcome to City Happenings. I'm Mayor David Black. Papillion continues to grow and offers much to its residents so they can live, work, and play. For more about Papillion, here's City Happenings.
Thanks, Mayor Black. The Sarpy Chamber of Commerce sponsors Women of Wisdom events. A recent topic touched on recognizing domestic abuse in the workplace.
It is a very sensitive subject matter. There is still a lot of shame. There's a lot of stigma tied to intimate partner abuse. I think the one thing that you can do within the organization is make a safe space, make it okay to talk about, make it okay to broach the subject. I think it's very important for supervisors and managers to walk into those courageous conversations if they see someone who was a star performer who's suddenly absent a lot, or who suddenly seems like they have the weight of the world on their shoulders, coming in with bumps and bruises that weren't there the day before, to enter into those conversations and say, hey, I'm worried, I'm concerned, is something going on? You absolutely have the right to say, no, there isn't, but I want you to know that I'm here to support you and I'm here to provide whatever help I can.
Kellogg has this advice for supervisors who recognize that an employee is being abused.
It really begins with taking your hat off as that supervisor and approaching that person as another human being, and entering into those conversations of saying, yes, I'm your supervisor, yes, I'm your manager. I want to take that hat off for just a minute, and I want to talk to you person to person. This is what I'm seeing. I'm concerned about this. I want to help if there's a way I can help. But it really starts with having that courageous conversation, and how I coach people to do it is to say, remove the titles. It's human being to human being, and let me see what I can do to help you. And if you want help, if you want me to give you that support, I'm here for you. And that's really where it begins.
Kellogg agrees that the person-to-person approach makes things easier.
Exactly, and it really helps to humanize the situation, especially if you have that power dynamic where I'm a manager, you're my employee, things along those lines. There can be that intimidation on the part of the supervisor or manager to walk into that conversation, because typically managers and supervisors aren't trained to have those types of conversations.
Kellogg points out that where you have that talk also makes a difference.
Getting out of the work environment can help. If you can go someplace neutral and have that conversation, that works as well. But if you can't, just sit down, have a conversation, open the door and say, maybe not today, but if tomorrow, next week, next month you need to talk, I'm here for you.
Sarpy County 911 can now receive texts along with phone calls. The technology has been around for a few months. That new element initially caused a bit of a challenge.
At first, our dispatchers were very nervous about it because they're like, oh, we like having that voice in our ear. But they're all excited to, help people in a different way.
Cusack says the technology improves safety for people who have hearing difficulties.
We're opening a new opportunity for the deaf and hard of hearing to have that constant communication with 911. They had it before, but sometimes they have to go through a relay service, and sometimes they use, an old TTY machine. Not everybody has access to that. So it's nice that they have constant communication. They can be anywhere and they can text if they need to.
Cusack shared people's reaction to being able to text 911.
The people that I have talked to, they're very shocked that, oh, we can text? And I'm like, oh, yes, but, you need to have an emergency. And we're not getting any, prank calls or anything like that. But people are excited. They'll use it if they need it. People are shocked that it's happening.
The Sarpy Historical Museum holds its next fundraiser in August.
2017 is the 100-year anniversary of Prohibition going into effect in Nebraska. There was a big fight between the wets and the dries. Ultimately, the wets lost, the dries had their way, and Prohibition went into effect in Nebraska in 1917 ahead of schedule, ahead of the national prohibition. And so to commemorate that event and the historical aspect of that event, we thought, let's have a fun speakeasy sort of themed event for our fundraiser this August.
This approach allows everyone to have fun.
A lot of the decorations and the ambiance will have that kind of late teens, early 20s sort of theme to it. Bathtub gin, secret password. The entertainment this year will be a group called 3 Day Weekend, and they're going to do jazz standards of the era. So it's all going to entail that.
Justman says he isn't aware of many speakeasies that were in Sarpy County.
There were, some things in the back of rooms and the back of businesses, but mostly from historical perspective, what was done in Sarpy County was a lot of the manufacture, which would then be taken up to Omaha and sold at speakeasies in the Omaha area.
The fundraiser is important to keeping the museum operating.
The funds from this event help keep the lights on here at the museum, and we cover the history of Sarpy County and the communities here. And it's a lot of effort to do that. So it's everything from digitizing the newspapers, which are turning to dust, and we want to make it so that those are digitally available because the original copies are falling apart, to offering summer tours and youth tours, to having different exhibits throughout the year. A quilt exhibit right now. In the fall, we'll be having a World War I exhibit. And so there's just different activities and programs that take place throughout the year here, most of which are free. We're donation-based at the door. 9 out of 10 programs here at the museum are free and open to the public. So this is one of our few paid events to help support the organization throughout the year.
The Sarpy Speakeasy is Saturday, August 12th from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Muller Administration Building on the Bellevue University campus. Tickets are $30 per person or $150 for a table.
That's what's happening around Papillion. There are lots of ways to stay up to date with what's happening. You can find us on Facebook, follow the City of Papillion on Twitter, or even watch our YouTube channel. And of course, information about all of our departments and programs is available on our website, www.papillion.org. For more information, go to papillion.org or just call the Mayor's Hotline at 402-827-1111. Thanks for watching.